What's up, guys, and welcome to Ike's Jam Room. Today we're going to be looking at this Gretsch 5420T Electromatic Hollowbody. Now this is like a 2021 model, so I've had it for a couple of years. This one has the blacktop Filtertrons, and it has a U-shaped neck, 24.6 inch scale. It has the open Grovers, the open back tuners. This guitar has an adjustomatic bridge, as they call it. It has a B60 vibrato tailpiece, that that Bigsby there. It's a 5-ply maple, construction. It has the binding on the front and back and on the F holes. I'm gonna kind of do this video like a Sour Patch style. We're gonna start sour and we're gonna get sweet. So, couple things, some issues on this guitar. And these guitars are kind of notorious for this. Some tuning deals. Now this nut is what they call a Graph Tech, and it's not really a bone. They call it new bone or something. It's some kind of plastic, something that they made, I guess. But between that nut and this bridge, it has some tuning issues, especially when you use the Bigsby. Now, it's nothing too crazy, but it will knock it out of tune a little bit. Now, this guitar is what I would call, I guess, a mid-range Gretsch, but Gretsch is kind of weird in the way that they have the low ends, like the 26s and stuff, like the 2000s, and then they have these, the 5420s, like the 5,000, the sub $1,000 kind of guitars. And then they have very few and far in between that $1,000 and $2,000 mark, and they jump right into like the big dogs, it seems like. So that, I don't know if you'd call this like a low mid-grade kind of deal, but this Gretsch has definitely that great Gretsch sound. Now these blacktop Filtertrons are what they call the Baldwin era from the 70s style pickups that have they're Gretsch made, so they have a very warm tone to them, as opposed to maybe say like a TV Jones or something. Now this guitar, when I first got it and started getting used to it, it took some getting used to it. It seemed like the big strings, the way these pickups were, and I might could mess with the pickup height or something on that low end and do something different, but it seems like these strings are almost kind of like dull, but you can totally adjust for that. You can EQ that with your amps and stuff to get more of the sounds you want. Now this definitely looks like a big old jazz box. Now this guitar will take overdrive though, so it'll feed back and stuff like you would expect from a hollow body guitar, but it takes overdrive really well. Now, I talked about that notorious for going out of tune and stuff, but I will say that this guitar is very extremely unique, and I think Gretsch have their own whole deal when they talk about that great Gretsch sound. You have your Les Pauls that paved your way for the PAF, that whole 70s rock era and stuff. And you have your Strats, you have your Fenders, your Gibsons. But I really think that these guitars along with a lot of different style guitars. When they're in your hands, they kind of make you play differently. And like that little jam I was doing at the beginning, it kind of makes you want to do twangy stuff. That kind of like a spaghetti western deal I was jamming. But these guitars are extremely popular with praise and worship circles. The whole Gretsch deal, you know, they have that bitey, clean kind of. It's like it just cuts, and that's the Filtertrons definitely. But I have another video which I'll link in the description. Some stuff about a Penguin I have, a more high end, and I may do a video at some point about actually like being the two different guitars. But let me jam you a little bit more on some of these other settings. Now you have your tone controls, you have your regular stuff, and you got your three-way toggle switch here. But that was on the bridge I was jamming before. Let's kick it up. I'll play through the bridge, and then I'll switch it to the middle position, and then I'll switch it up to the neck. Throw some overdrive on it too so you can hear it. Alright, we're going to hit the Boss OD3. Alright, middle position. Alright, neck. It's got a real good warm, like a bluesy thing going on that neck. I mean, you can get some really cool. I mean, there's a reason why I hung on to this guitar for the last couple of years. I play it a lot in church. It has a really unique sound. I mean, I can't really stress that enough. If you're looking for a guitar to play death metal on, this is not the one. But if you are into praise and worship, if you're into rockabilly stuff, I mean, the main dude I think about when you even think about Gretsch as far as the big Hollowbodies is Brian Setzer. And, you think about the Stray Cats, that real rockabilly deal. But they're excellent. They're excellent guitars for what they are. Now, and if you can pick up any guitar and it inspires you and makes you want to get out of the box and kind of do something different, I highly recommend it just for something fresh. But this is the Gretsch 5420T, and let me know in the comments if you would like to see more stuff about this guitar, maybe that A and B comparison to the Japanese, the Penguin that I have. But that's the Gretsch 5420T Electromatic Hollowbody. See you guys later.